Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. My name is Nefertiti, and you can find my information in the description box below. This is going to be a weekly energy update. It's going to cover the days from March 23rd to March 31st, 2021. So I'm going to go over some channeled messages I got, some of the astrology, and of course an energy reading. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Let's get into it. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there has been a lot of upgrade energy coming to the planet. People have been talking about this a lot in social media. They've been feeling, like creatively drained or creatively blocked, or another way to describe it is, from a spiritual perspective, needing some solitude, needing to pull back, needing to go within. I feel like this energy has affected us physically. Like some of us have been really tired or maybe a little scatterbrained, right? Not able to think clearly. We have our plans, we have our daily routines, but it's been kind of hard to just stick to a plan for some reason. So I feel like, collectively we're just going through a shift, and it happens, right? And this is just, these things that are happening in our world are just kind of like side effects of what's going on within us. So, going into the channeled messages, right? Synchronicities are solutions. And, that's part of the reason why I'm calling this weekly energy update spiritual solutions, because I feel like a part of this energy is bringing up things that we thought we have healed, things we thought we have gotten control over, things that are a part of us, but they are shadow aspects, and perhaps they have not been acknowledged. Perhaps you need to heal, right? And so I feel like this week, really, I feel like since February, we've been in this energy, right? Where we've been kind of either guided or led or forced into an awakening type of situation, right? Something that really causes us to get into our feelings, our emotions, because we know that our emotions are the most valuable currency in the universe. So this is where the whole thing begins, right? So synchronicities are the solutions. When you're going through an awakening, you pay more attention, right, to God. You're just, generally speaking, more in contact with your spirit team when you're going through an awakening, because it's a challenging time, right? And the second channeled message I got was spirit works if you do. So if you get the synchronicity, you get the sign, you get the guidance, you need to act on it, right? Spirit's not going to do it for you. They've given you the information. They've told you how to do it, most likely. So this is what you need to do. A lot of times when we don't do the work, there's a lot of doubt involved, some limiting beliefs. So that could be something that you could potentially explore if you feel like you don't want to do the work, like you're not motivated to do the work on yourself, you're not motivated to go within. You need to ask yourself why, right? Are you afraid of what's in there? Are you ashamed? Are you lazy? Like, what's the issue? Why don't you want to do the inner work? And the third channeled message I got was that remember that there's always a time delay. So when it comes to like deliberate manifestation, right? We understand that we put the intention out there and we have to wait for it to manifest. But the issue is, especially when we're talking about awakening, right? Because usually there's a whole lot of like bullshit going on. Let's just be real. When you're going through a spiritual awakening, it's like an upheaval happens. I mean, it's not all rainbows and butterflies, especially in the beginning when you're going through those dark nights of the soul and you're experiencing ascension symptoms for the first time. It's rough, right? And all you want to do is get out of that energy, right? You're just uncomfortable, but that's because you're growing. And this is when you could get impatient, right? You could get worried. You can get into fear because things are shifting, they're changing. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't have a plan. You're just kind of, right, floating around because things around you are disintegrating. That old life has to go so that your new life can begin. And if you set the intention that you want to ascend, that you are choosing to participate in your own personal and spiritual growth, then that's what's going to happen. And it's probably not going to be pretty sometimes. So let's get into the astrology. On March 23rd, Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. Whenever Neptune is being touched, especially by Mercury, empaths are always advised to use extra energetic protection. This is a great day for spiritual and psychic development. It's just a day when you're tuned in mentally to the frequencies of others. Because as I've mentioned in other videos, Neptune, theoretically speaking, according to our laws of physics, doesn't have boundaries. So we're able to really pick up on, other energy signatures in the air. So just, be mindful of that and protect your mental energy, especially. March 26th, Mercury is sextile to Pluto. This could be a day of deep thinking and coming up with solutions to problems. The powers of persuasion are strong as well, so don't be a sucker. Use this energy for personal development. On March 27th, Mercury is going to move into Aries, and this energy speaks to focus, leadership, motivation, fresh ideas. Mercury in Aries is driven and energetic, but sometimes flighty and impatient. There could be a lot of witty and exciting conversations around this time. So this is a good time to start, new projects, initiate new things. A great time for planning and acting on those plans every single day. On March 28th, we have Venus conjunct Saturn. So this transit is about lessons. Some of us will just want to be alone on this day. There could be some financial or relationship issues coming to the surface for awareness and healing. By the way, I should mention that when it comes to ascension, look, and I'm rhyming, generally speaking, financial and relationship issues are the things that surface, right? These are the things that wake you up. If your money is funny, or if you're in a shitty relationship, or if you're in a relationship that's not energetically aligned, these are the things that trigger awakening. And you could be careful too on this day of people who only want to connect with you for the purposes of money or business, right? Watch out for those clout chasers. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting week. So there's a lot of good practical energy that you could use to focus on your spiritual development, your personal development, and work on protecting your mental energy, right? I feel like the best way to protect your mental energy is to watch what goes in. So be mindful of what you're listening to, what you're watching. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and that's been the case for the past couple of years. We have to really know when there's a time to watch that and to be informed, and when it's time to pull back and to retreat and go within and focus on what we can control, focus on our spiritual life, focus on our personal life, because I feel like the better we get, the better the world is going to get, right? Because we're a part of the world. So yeah. So let's get into the energy reading. Is Just Keep Breathing by Ariana Grande. And from the Psychic Tarot, we have Transformation, which is the Death card. And at the bottom of the deck, Patience and Planning, which is the Seven of Pentacles. From the Triggers and Towers deck, we have Stalker and Bad Attitude. And from Self-Love and Empowerment, we have I Am Loved, I Am Thriving, I Love Myself, I Am Enough. The spirit animal is Eagle. And the crystal is moldavite. The angel number is 613. Whenever Eagle shows up in a reading, that means these messages are of significance. There's going to be some information in here that's helpful to you when it comes to awakening and ascension, because Eagle shows up when the collective is experiencing some kind of upgrade, something that they need to see from a higher perspective, which, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like this energy has been with us since February. Eagle represents freedom and breaking free from lower levels of existence to fly high. In other words, to ascend. Eagle is also very protective as well. So I want to tell you guys about an experience I've had during my meditation. I, as you know, see spirit animals and I see entities and things of that nature. So one morning I was meditating and Eagle came in. And whenever an animal is coming in to protect me or to be in my energy for my benefit, they come into my left. And Eagle is one of those spirit animals that can't be mimicked. So just a little side note, there's some, people out there that have the ability to shapeshift, right? And they can mess with people like telepathically. They can go into their energy, go into their spiritual energy and appear to be one thing when they're actually something else. These are shapeshifters, right? People that are skilled in this can do this. But there are certain spirit animals that are not able to, because they vibrate so high, they're not, shapeshifters can't shift into these animals, if that makes sense. So like eagle's one of them, bear, I'm trying to think, butterfly. These are all animals that shapeshifters, they can't manipulate that energy, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So when Eagle shows up, that's why he's so important, because you know that it's the real deal, authentic, right? And he's coming in specifically for your energy. It's never going to be for malicious reasons. Eagle is very protective. And like I mentioned, he came into my meditation one morning and I was like, hey, what's up? Right? And all of a sudden I see this, I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe a fairy, but it looked like, if I had to describe it, it looked like a wasp. It looked like a wasp, but it was glowing. It had like a little bit of a sheen to it, and it was flying towards me. And right before it got to me, Eagle swooped in from my left side and around towards my right and like devoured it. And I heard it scream. It was a loud scream. Ah! Like Eagle just fucking, I don't even know, because he spread his wings and came in and just snatched whatever the hell that was right out of my energy. So that was very, very profound for me, because it's one of those things where you know that you're being protected, right? It's a definite sign. And I just feel like if you are dealing with entity attachments or people trying to send you entities, Eagle is a very powerful spirit animal for helping you to dispel these energies. Eagle inspires us to be brave and courageous and honest, which is essential for transformation. It's essential for the awakening journey because, like I mentioned, it's not easy. That's why a lot of people resist it. They try not to do it because they know that they can't awaken without going through their pain, without going through whatever it is they need to heal. That's going to always be a blockage. So you have to be willing to heal that, to deal with that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to move forward. It's going to be a constant struggle. So Eagle will help you through these harder lessons, through these tough lessons of learning about your pain and healing from it and really taking ownership of it, responsibility for it so that you can be free of it. And I feel like a lot of this energy right now is about us learning to be spiritually resourceful, finding solutions to our problems within, because the inner creates the outer. So whatever we're experiencing in our outer world, there is some connection to the inner world. I mean, I don't believe that it's all 100% us. Of course, we have other factors, people that send negative energy to us, and spiritual wickedness in high places. These are all factors. But there is still the law of attraction. You can't have anything outside of you that's not inside of you, right? So, ascension symptoms have definitely spiked too. I know I've been feeling a lot of physical pains. I had a couple of insomnia nights, which I don't have insomnia. I don't get insomnia, okay? I sleep. So for me to have insomnia, I knew something was definitely going on. I've upped my spiritual hygiene routine. So I would normally take like one spiritual bath a week. I've actually been taking like 2 or 3 just to kind of usher this energy along, right? I'm not trying to rush the process, but just trying to make it easier on me. And I feel like we're going to continue to experience these profound energetic shifts. A lot of people are at crossroads right now. And I feel like this energy is going to keep coming to the planet in waves over the next few years, possibly, as people are being guided or forced into their awakening. So just keep breathing and breathing. I ain't going to sing to y'all tonight. But there is, a couple of lines from that song, from the channeled song, where she says, "I feel my blood running, swear the sky's falling. I know that all this shit's fabricated. Time goes by and I can't control my mind. Don't know what else to try, but you tell me every time to just keep breathing and breathing and breathing," right? So, with this bad attitude and stalker energy here, this could be people from your past watching you transform, and they're mad, right? They're not happy about it. Maybe they doubted you, or perhaps these are people that tried to hold you back, people that were karmics in your life, petty tyrants, right? But what can they do? They know that you're enough on your own. But that's what awakening is all about. Dying to who you used to be, right? You have to know that you're enough in order to do that. Patience and planning, 7 of Pentacles suggests that you've earned these blessings. This glow up, this blessed life that you have, it's due to your positive investments into yourself, right? You had to learn to love yourself. You had to learn to receive love. You had to learn to thrive. These are all part of the awakening and ascension process as well. When song is coming, Post Malone, I was patient. Oh, I was patient. Right? Nobody knows what you go through. Nobody knows what you've gone through. Nobody knows what I've gone through. Like when we've been by ourselves, isolated, on certain parts of this journey, having to really dig deep and heal those wounds, right? So nobody can take what you have. You've earned it. All they can do is watch. So let them do that. Some of you could be chosen ones like me, right? You're here for a specific purpose, a mission. Being chosen doesn't make you better than anybody else. I want to make that clear, right? We are all God's children. We're all here. We all have a purpose, but there are people that are chosen for specific assignments by God, right? So they're protected, they're set apart. Touch not my anointed, right? So these people can stalk and have bad attitudes all they want, but they better stay in their fucking lane because it is what it is. You didn't ask to be chosen, right? You just are. And so that comes with blessings and gifts. That comes with seeing things from a higher perspective. That comes with awakening and ascending faster than people. Right? I mean, it is what it is. And while they're watching and stalking you, hopefully you'll say something or do something that triggers them to wake the hell up. So it's all good either way it goes. Let them watch. Now, 613 here, like Eagle, is about seeing things from a higher perspective and shifting your focus to the spiritual solutions, which will then materialize as required and hopefully desired. 613 speaks to healing and transmuting those fears that keep us stuck in our awakening process. If you notice on this transformation card, she's not all the way out of that cocoon. She's just halfway, maybe kind of stuck. So this has to do with fears. This has to do with those heavy, dense, limiting beliefs that you have to let go of in order to leave that past space. Like Eagle 613 is about using your spiritual gifts and earthly talents to your advantage. Now, Moldavite is here, and it's a heart chakra stone for healing and transformation. It does have a very high vibration, so use it with care. I always use Moldavite with black tourmaline because the energy is so high, you want to ground it so that you can use it and have it work in your body in a steady way. It's one of the best stones, I feel, for protection from entities. Now, it won't remove the entities, but it will keep them from getting attached to you in the first place because it'll shift your vibration out of the range of what is trying to attach to you, if that makes sense. Moldavite, like 613, will help you to trust in the unknown, as this is what allows those deep inner fears to surface for healing and release. Moldavite is a great stone for psychic development, which is an important part of your spiritual journey because this is what allows you to understand the messages coming from your higher ups. Moldavite is also great for coming up with unexpected solutions to long-standing problems. So this is good news. Solutions are coming in, and you'll get the answers as quickly as you are able to devote yourself to your spiritual life. All right? So thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope this was helpful for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.